Alright, I don't remember what we were doing with the hardcore world. Think we kind of decided on a house theme? So maybe we'll do that. I'm gonna make sure that I put that back down. Yeah, I'm just flattening this out because I feel like it would be better one layer down because it has a little bit more space. I can almost guarantee we'll need another shovel at some point, so I'm just gonna make another one. You hitting any on my desk and it hurts? Oh no. There was something like that for me, like, and I kept doing it. And it was making me mad, and then I don't know if I just like eventually learned to not do it or if I literally took it out of the equation for me to do it. We're gonna push this out a little bit. Like I think maybe I kept hitting my foot on my desk whenever I brought my leg up to like put it under my leg, and like to the point where it gave me bruises because I did it so often. And I think that the way that I fixed it was I just stopped having my chair as so high. Like I stopped putting my chair up to the point where my leg would hit it. But I can't exactly remember. Okay, so like we need white. So I'm trying to think, like the nice terracotta. Concrete would be a good idea. Keep with sitting with my leg under my leg and keep swinging back and forth along my knee. If I go to pull closer to my desk, I do it. Could use diorite, but that'll be textured even if it's polished. Our best answer is probably concrete. We'll need some gravel though. Hey, get down. You know you're not allowed up there because I'm scared you're gonna eat a Lego. I'm snacking right now, so you cannot come up here. The only problem with concrete is, like, I don't want it to be too white. Like, I want it to be like an off-white. Which is why I feel like terracotta would be good. But that's going to be a lot of clay. Because I don't think I have found a mesa. I don't remember. Part of me remembers maybe finding a mesa, but I have no idea where it was. Hey, stop. You see this cat right now? I don't want you up here. That does not mean you can just figure out a different way to come up here. And if you're wondering what I'm eating, it's just potato salad. Potato salad. Yeah, last time I went to the store, I had to try to think of things that, like, I would eat. Because, like, Doug and I, usually when we're both home, we kind of just figure it out or we decide to order. Granted, I don't want to order. But it's like, what the heck am I gonna... We always figured it out, like, together. Hey! Stop! Stop it. She's trying to get the cord on the blinds. Oh, God, excuse me. She's trying to get the cord on the blinds. So I just had to pull the chair that I have over there against away from the wall, so she couldn't get it. It's time for her to have zoomies, apparently, because she's been pretty, well, if I'm being honest, woke up kind of not cool with her, because I went downstairs, and she has now gained the confidence and ability to jump up on the counters, which I knew was going to happen at some point. Tinfoil doesn't affect her. I have to do some more research, see if there's anything that will keep her from jumping up on the counters. I usually don't care because there's nothing she can really get into. But what we do keep on our counters, well, I don't want her up there because she'll probably have to walk over the stove. It is a gas stove. I do not want her to accidentally step on one of the knobs and turn the gas on. So there's that. I do not want that to happen. We would probably smell it, but I do not want that to even be a possibility. That was the first thing that crossed my mind. Second of all, finally went downstairs this morning to make myself some breakfast, and on the counter was our bagels that we usually keep on the counter in their plastic and everything, and it had bite marks all through it. Let me show you. I took a picture to send to Doug. This is not the first time. We have to keep our like pantry cupboard closed at all times because we had bread in there on one of the shelves, and she made it onto that shelf and started eating through the plastic to our bread. So we had to throw the rest of that loaf away because she started eating it. And yeah, bad buns. Yeah. And I don't know what to do about it. Like, we can basically make it foolproof. Like, we always keep that closet closed now. That's not a problem. Always keep it closed. Problem solved. The only thing I could think of is, like, I don't care if she's up on the counter. If she starts knocking stuff off, it's going to be a problem. But we try not to keep food out, and if we do, it's going to be covered, like, in a pot. That's just a habit we started to get into because we had gnats. So, like, we didn't want gnats in our food. But now we can't keep our breakfast breads on the counter anymore because she just eats them. Whether there's plastic on it or not. And, like, right now I have, I kept, obviously I threw the bagels away because every single one of them had bites out of it. But I also took, what's it called? We have English muffins, but they're kind of like in the English muffins come in like, they come in plastic, but they also come in like a cardboard little holder in the plastic. She didn't try to get into that, but that is still in the counter. And I don't want those to get ruined. Get one of those bread holders. I should for our breakfast breads. Because we don't mind keeping our breads in the closet. Like our sandwich bread and stuff like that. But our breakfast breads are easier to keep out because we don't have like a ton of cabinet space, but those are the breads we use the most. I was trying to look up the terracotta colors, but I think I will unlock the recipe. Yeah, here we go. Trying to just see like, yeah, the white terracotta. So we just need white dye. That's what I assumed. We have a couple bones. Not much though, but this isn't the only way to get white dye anymore. Okay. I'm gonna run down here real quick. I'm so indecisive when it comes to playing this game by myself. It's fine. See, like, I think, what is this? The, Azure? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I think it makes light gray. Yeah, so not that one. The Hoxie Daisies, I think, also give light gray. Yep. Darn. I know that there is a white flower. It's not coming to me right now, though. Which means I probably haven't seen it. Which I feel like means that the primary source is going to be, you know, bones. Which is terrifying considering we're in a hardcore. So funny. So funny. I'm terrified of dying in this. Probably because if I do, I probably won't pick up another hardcore for a while. Just because, like, I want this to be successful, you know? Okay, so this is the inner wall we have to remember. We can make it an L, maybe? Well, that means this one can go out further. We can do that. And then, I don't know, like there. Because then outside, probably we'll use spruce. Because it'll be like this corner, and then I don't know if I want to do every, let's do this corner. We can do every 2. That would be here and here. Oh, and then that. We can kind of figure out the size as we go, as we, excuse me, sir. Cause like, ideally then, this is the corner. And we have this here, and then here, so we can actually push this one out one more. Where are all these zombies coming from, Bo? I know there's this little cave right there, but I didn't think that was causing that many issues. So I'm not sure I want the front door. But we can at least continue this pattern through the back here. Oops. Right there. And then it would be here, which means here. Oops. Good, the math worked. The mathed, guys. Good. Yeah, so remember, this will all be in one more. And I don't know what we're gonna do for the floor quite yet. Probably just a wood floor. The math do be mathin'. I love it when the math maths. Yeah, the top floor might feel like it'll be a little small, but, well, first of all, this whole structure is inside the walls of the house, technically. So let's just remember that for this little backspace. Second of all, the second story of how this goes is the wall of the second story is actually on top of this one and not on top of this one. So there will technically be a block extra of floor space on the second floor into the uppy stairs. Maybe we'll do dark oak floor. What stinks is that this is probably gonna... I would love to, like, you know, destroy this part of the house here. And I probably could if I'm careful with, you know, it being nighttime and everything. We don't need this structure to be here. But for safety purposes, it is a good idea to keep it. But we might not have the walls done for a while because of the terracotta situation. Can I get in, please? Yeah, because we don't even have enough to make more terracotta right now. See, this is where I think I would possibly decide that I wanted to do a... Look up the seed and see if there's a mesa. I feel like we passed a mesa. I do not remember where, though, or when. Because that would make my life a million times easier. Is /seed a thing? I'm just going to use it to see if there's even one close. I'm turning everything off because I don't want to see where everything else is. I just want to know biome purposes. $630, $287. We're at 120.1, aren't we? 121.1. But I don't think so. Alright, there is not... I mean, there's a mesa a couple thousand blocks away. So I don't think we're going to go for that, especially because I don't want to do nether travel. Maybe at some point. I am not good at figuring it out by myself, so I would need probably Doug's help to help me properly math. Maybe I'll have Doug join me on this. I don't know if you can make a single player multiplayer. I can open it to LAN. Yeah, and then he can join. He could technically do it for me if we wanted. That would be hilarious. I think that would be funny. I'm like, hey guys, so, got the nether things down. Oh, how you do it? I don't know, Doug did it. Would not put it past me to have Doug log in and just to do that. I'd give him the materials. I just wouldn't want to mess anything up. In terms of... He does it for every server we're on. He's really good at, like, mathing. Yeah, mathing. Alright, we need to find more clay. Sorry, Minecraft, but I don't think that clay is gonna be enough. Here's some. And I know a couple thousand blocks isn't a lot, but again, it's all about safety. And I know I could bring a bed and just sleep, but I'm not really ready to adventure yet. At least not today. Maybe next time. I feel like besides mining, we haven't like spent a ton of time here because we spent the first whole day traveling here. So it's kind of like, I feel like I need to get our area a little bit better before I think about, you know, leaving again. And I know that it's to build the house. I know. We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry. Oh, I think this will look really nice when it's done. Ah! I'm kind of ready to play our sponsor game. I'm not going to, obviously. We still have a lot of time. But I'm definitely ready to do that. We started this at 1:30, right? I think so. Yeah, we could stream a little longer even today if we wanted to. Just because we went to Doug's grandparents kind of for dinner last night, and she makes like homemade mac and cheese and stuff, and there was a ton of leftovers, so they said we ended up leaving a little early because we were both exhausted. I think Doug and I went to bed at 9:20 last night, I think. And what's it called? Doug said he'd go back there today and get the leftovers and bring them home, so. Homemade mac and cheese. It's nothing even crazy. It's just like noodles, elbow macaroni or whatever, and then like block cheddar cheese that's cut up into chunks. I think there was one other type of cheese too. But it's very southern mac and cheese because like it is mac and cheese that you put ketchup in. I know that sounds weird. Like, I would not put ketchup. I didn't even know that was a thing until I met Doug and his family. But, like, we wouldn't put ketchup on Velveeta. We wouldn't put ketchup on, like, Kraft mac and cheese or anything like that. But ketchup specifically with this mac and cheese is really good. Because it's, like, it has a lot of, like, sharp cheddar. But, or I think it's sharp. It might only be mild. But either way, There's no milk. There's no anything to, like, help, like, make the flavor. So it tastes kind of bland just by itself, if I'm being honest. I mean, it is just cheese and noodles. No, like I said, no milk, no water, no butter, nothing. But the ketchup really, really pulls it all together. Ketchup on Kraft was my childhood with hot dogs cut up in it. One of our old roommates, Joey, he said that that's how he grew up too, was mac and cheese with hot dogs in it. I can't remember if he said he had ketchup in it or not. I did not. I grew up with occasionally hot dogs put into our mac and cheese, but usually we did not. I never had heard of ketchup on mac and cheese until I met Doug. Never. Because that is not something my family did. But, like, because of this mac and cheese, like, I completely understand it now. Like, everything, it makes sense. Okay, I still don't know where we're gonna put the door. Wow, all that clay got us so far. I can't do ketchup on mac and cheese now, it grosses me out. Like I said, I feel like it would gross me out more if it was on Kraft. Like, because that already, the way at least that I've made it, it's always just a little bit watery, just because, like, the milk and everything. It's always just slightly watery. So, in theory, it would be better to, like, that sounds gross to me. Putting ketchup on that mac and cheese sounds gross. But the ketchup on this mac and cheese is really good. Loki, right? Like my Kraft kind of milky. It is! And I'm like, well, is it maybe I'm not draining it enough? Like, am I not draining it good enough? And I'm like, no, that's not it. I think I'm gonna put the door here. I'm like, I'm draining it just fine. It just doesn't... And I feel like I've tried to put less milk in there, but then like, the powder cheese doesn't want to, like, dissolve as good. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what am I doing wrong? Grandma makes her homemade mac and cheese the same way, but my grandma uses, like, cream of chicken in hers and boils it with breadcrumbs. Ooh. That sounds yummy. Oops, I didn't mean to throw that. I'm sure this won't be our final door option. Whoops! Yeah, I wouldn't mind this as much if there was a... I don't know, maybe floor all the way around? Or at least a wall up too high all the way around? Don't like my grandma's that much just because I hate cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. Yeah, I can see that being, like, it seems like that would add flavor, but also having used so many recipes with cream of chicken and cream of mushroom, I can also see how that would, kind of make you not like it. Yeah. Not that it's, like, an acquired taste at all, but, like, I get it. Because there's something that we made that, like, if you just have too much of it, it's just, like, not good. Because it's, like, cream of that soup. It's not soup. I think there are people who actually eat that as soup, though. Like, there's instructions on it that say, like, heat up in... Like, add 1 can of water to 1 can of this soup, and then, bam. Now you have soup, and I'm just like, I feel like I'd want, like, sustenance. Sustenance to the soup. Sustenance to the soup. Okay, so this is our house so far, so... You know what, I'm gonna be weird, and I'm gonna put the doors on this side. Ooh. Gives a little bit more texture out here, because, like, it's not a full block. Anywho. Okay, so you walk in, right? And then bam. So I don't know... We'll make it, like, cute down here, of course. So, like, we'll do, like, maybe, like, a little kitchen with, like, a living room over here. And then over here, maybe we have, like, a little, like, spirally staircase that goes up. And then upstairs up to there. I'm thinking, like, our main storage and everything probably isn't going to be up here. Like, this staircase that I put over here will probably also be down. And it'll go down to a basement that doesn't necessarily have to be this shape. But maybe, like, upstairs we can put, like, an enchanting set and stuff like that. And then maybe as we evolve, we can do, like, I don't know, like an enchanting tower, maybe? Because, like, we'll want to bring in villagers. Is this the... They did do the villager update, right? So, like, if you ever want a specific type of villager, you have to find them from that villager. Or from that biome. I think that is the thing that they did. Like, I could see, like, a little, like, enchanting tower. I see us, like, building a little, like, village for the villagers. I'm not really sure what else. This is a hardcore world. So, like, the hardcore worlds are supposed to be, like, exactly that. They're supposed to be, like, hardcore, like, base building, and yeah. Which only makes me want to do a hardcore not alone. I'm telling you, maybe I'll add Doug in to this, but then we would never be able to play it during the day. And if I take a second shift job, we'll never be able to play with Doug because we would not be on the same schedule at all. That is why I'm leaning... Some of the lab jobs that I've looked at, some of them are second shift. And I'm like, well, if I have to make it work, I can make that work. But I'm like, I'd have to... Doug doesn't get off till 3:30. I'd have to leave by 2:30 or 3. And then I don't get off till 11, and Doug goes to bed before 10. Like, usually try to go to bed at, like, 9:30 or 10. Doug and I wouldn't see each other at all for, like, 5 days straight, except for sleeping in the same bed. Because then he will turn around and wake up at 6 a.m. I love building in Minecraft. I do, too. I do like building more, I feel like, when I don't have to go get the materials to do it. I feel like, as with most people, though, I feel like that is a pretty mutual feeling. Maybe some people like grinding out the materials, but man. And that's a kind of another reason why I wanted to do a hardcore with Doug. Because, he builds farms. So, like, we'd never worry about iron ever again, because he would probably build an iron farm. And he does have his own hardcore. Fun fact, he does play his own hardcore. His own hardcore world. He's into a mod pack right now. But... And he wants me to play said mod pack. He wants to put it on the server, actually. And do a server play. Which I wouldn't mind. And he's like, and I want to tell you about these mods, but he's like, but I don't want to tell you because they're going to be really cool and you'll have a great reaction to some of the stuff in this. And I was like, well, shoot. And then I'm like, I can't even look at the mod list then, because maybe I'll see it and then be bummed. Need you guys to play hardcore together. It would be chaotic. I think it would too. Like, it would be chill and chaotic at the same time, because, like, we would both try to, like, just kind of, like, vibe and do stuff, but, like, then I'm thinking, like, think back to, like, the mangrove city that we had. That one wasn't, like, that one wasn't a hardcore by any means, but that was also something we played on. Kind of like it would have been a hardcore, except for we didn't care if we died. But, like, even just if it was us doing that, it would be so fun, because we did. That's what we did. But, yeah. I just think it would be really fun. We're trying to get people back into, you know, playing Minecraft. Which is why Doug's like, I think I want to upload this mod pack on the server, and then we can try to get people to play again. Mangrove City was my favorite. I loved the Mangrove City. I loved that. I still have the speed builds. You know what, actually? I'm not in the mood to play Minecraft anymore, so let's go watch some of those. If you guys have any suggestions, by the way, on what we should do in this hardcore, please let me know. But yeah, if you're watching the VOD, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, catch a live recording on Twitch at AllyKat324, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!